Okay, where do you start? My belief, it starts with where you see that there's a need or there's an opportunity for your business, for yourself, for your marketplace, for people that you know, for people that you've done business with, for people that are in your organization, for people that used to work in your organization, for people that you used to work for. I'll be sharing with you on the last day how to tap into some of the hidden treasure that exists in your relationships. Because to me, that's one of the most vital assets that people have today. It's one of the best currencies. It's one of the strongest currencies that people have today. It's the relationships. It's the relationships they've had in the past. But if you can see that there's a need and you can see that there's an opportunity that exists and a way for you to provide value for someone that you know, someone that you've done business with, or someone that's interacted with you in the past, and then at the same time receive reciprocal value for you or your business, that's an opportunity that is just beyond compare. Start with what you know and start with who you know. To me, I have an expression, start with who knows you best and who loves you best. Right? If I'm going to ask somebody to do me a favor, it's going to be someone that I know. If I'm going to make a suggestion to someone about their business or about an exercise program or something else, I'm going to start with what I know. I'm not going to start with something that I have to figure out. Okay? It makes it complicated. It slows the process down. Start with who you know, start with what you know. Best place to start with joint ventures. Finally, if you have a need and you recognize an opportunity, if you don't know someone, you have the ability to find who you can easily get to know. Okay? Who knows someone I need to know? Okay? Social media is a wonderful thing. And I love the fact that people say, you know, I have 867,000 people who follow me on Twitter. Great. How many people actually look at what you do on Twitter? Okay, I have followings too, but that's not the power. The power is being able to segment your network, being able to segment your relationships. Okay, I have connections. Okay, those are my social network connections, and 99.9% of those people I've never met in my life, never will meet, probably wouldn't recognize if they walked up to me and introduced themselves to me on the street. Okay, so that's kind of your broad network. Next, I have kind of the network of people that I know that I've done business with, and that could be a few hundred people to a couple thousand people. That you know, if I called them up, they probably would recognize me, maybe remember me, good or bad, I don't know. And then I have kind of what I call my core 100, right? The core 100 people, the people that I know that. These are people that are just absolutely, you know, well-connected, people that provide great value to themselves and I've provided value for in the past. And then I have my inner circle people who I call them the movers in the middle of the night. Those are the people that I can call up in the middle of the night and say, hey, you know what, I need to move at 3 o'clock in the morning. Would you help me? And there's about 5 or 6 people that I know that would do that for me. But, you know, in that core 100 and in that movers of the middle of the night and in that group of people of a few hundred or a few thousand, I also know that those people know people. Okay, and it's not the social media followings, it's those people that I get access to that have some recognition or some understanding of who I am or I've had an opportunity to provide value to in the past that will really be the opportunity for me to tap into expertise, tap into marketplace, provide my expertise, provide my product or service. Okay, finally, who has a need for what you do, what you have, or what you offer? It may not be someone that you know today, but it could be a marketplace, it could be a group, could be an association, could be an organization, could be somebody who buys another product or service. And then ask yourself the question, who do they trust or whose trust do they have? Okay? If you know that someone serves 100,000 people that would just be absolutely delighted to have access to your product, and that 100,000 people that they have trust that person, and you went to that person and said, look, what I would like to do is take my product and service and provide value and make you a hero to your marketplace and offer them something you're not currently offering to them today. And if I was able to do that, if I were able to do that for you and for them and create money for us both, would you be open to the possibility of letting that happen? They have the trust, you have the product, you have the service. Okay, let me talk about the joint venture continuum. Okay, this is one of the simplest, most powerful distinctions that I can share with you through the course of the next couple of days, okay? As I mentioned to you, people aren't buying everything that they buy from you. And believe it or not, every time someone spends $1 with someone else, whether they offer the same product or service, that person is your competitor. Okay? They're competing for their attention, they're competing for their time, and they're competing for their money. Okay? If you want to look at ways to enhance the value through joint ventures that you provide to other people, think about it this way. What does your market want or need, and who are they buying it from today? Okay? What is it that your market wants or needs, and who are they buying it from today? Okay? It doesn't matter if you provide it or not, but there's something that they're buying from someone else, and it might not even be related to your product or service, but there's something else that they're buying from someone else. Okay? Then ask yourself the question, how do I narrow it down? Every time someone buys something from me or enters into a relationship or a transaction from me, what is it they do immediately before, at the same time, or immediately after they enter into a transaction with me? That's an opportunity for a joint venture. That's an opportunity to create a referral system. That's an opportunity to create product bundles. That's an opportunity to do a strategic alliance with someone else who provides that product or service that they buy either before, at the same time, or immediately after they enter into a transaction with you. That's where you can find the quickest, easiest, most effective, value-creating relationships using joint ventures that I know of. Once you've identified it, figure out how you can provide it. That's where you structure the deal. Okay? Now, I know a lot of the speakers are going to be talking about how to structure the deals, but that's where to look. Look there first and foremost. Okay. Now you say, okay, what is it that I have to offer? Most people say, my products and services. Obviously, I'm a business person. I got a service, I got a product. Everybody knows that. Everybody should know that, and everybody should value that. Some people do, some people don't. But the bottom line is, if you're in business, you have products and services. But you have other things in your business, and you have other things in your life, and there's other things about you that will benefit your clients, your marketplace, yourself, and ultimately your partners in joint ventures. It could be your knowledge or expertise. Okay, and it may not be the knowledge or expertise that you provide as your primary business. Okay, one of the things that I don't do, but I have knowledge in, is that I love history. Okay, but I don't sell my history knowledge. But if somebody wants to know a historical fact, or someone has a need for that, I have a lot of friends that'll call me, hey, you know, you're kind of a history buff. What about that? But the knowledge and experience that you have, the knowledge and expertise that you have, becomes an opportunity for a joint venture, even if it's not your product, even if it's not your service. And so often people focus only on the business side of what it is that they do, and they don't focus on the personal side of what it is that they have, right? Every experience that you have, every bit of knowledge that you have is an opportunity for you to provide a joint venture or provide value to somebody else's joint venture because of experience that you have. I mean, think about someone who is a sales trainer, okay? And I want to do a joint venture, but I don't have a need for a sales force. I don't have a need for sales training, okay? Chances of us doing a traditional transaction probably is pretty small. However, if I have a client and I have access to a market, or I have a seminar upcoming and I need someone who has selling experience or sales training experience, guess what? Opportunity for me to tap into their knowledge or expertise.